Hello everyone, this is the What If League, and today we are doing part 4 of the experiment. What would happen if Jose Mourinho decided to quit Manchester United to pursue new challenges with Paris Saint-Germain in France, and then the Red Devils decided to hire Carlo Ancelotti to replace him. If you remember in the previous parts, we have reviewed what happened until year 2027. So now in this particular video, I am going to focus on the period between year 27 until year 2030, and I'm starting with Manchester United first. As you can see, Carlo Ancelotti is still in charge of them, and now their key player is somebody called Remy Vidal. This is a regen player, apparently quite the capable left winger, also capable to play as a striker. Let's quickly have a look. Where is he coming from? He's coming from the French team Montpellier, and afterwards Atletico Madrid signed him on a free before Manchester United snatched him for a staggering 97 million pound transfer fee in the previous season. So this is a big transfer from Carlo Ancelotti. Let's have a look at the tactic screen. What is happening at the moment? Regular 4-2 3-1 tactics with somebody called Kleber at top. He's another regen, a Brazilian striker, also capable to play in all attacking midfield positions, including the number 10 hole. Quickly have a look. He's coming from Atletico Mineiro, then he went through another team there, Real Madrid, and bought by Manchester United for 89 million pounds. So this is very interesting. Just to have a quick look, I'm not going to go through all of these players, just to have a look. Who do we already know? Marcus Rashford is playing now on the left wing. How old is he? He's 32, valued at 33 million pounds. This is very interesting and very impressive from Marcus Rashford indeed, I must say. Let me just have a quick look. How did he perform in the past? You can see that his average rating ever since the first season has been above 7, and I would say very good performance from Marcus Rashford for Manchester United in this very long period of time. Now let's have a quick look at the transfer screen for Carlo Ancelotti. Last time it was season 26-27. Now let's see in the next year. He bought Kleber from Real Madrid, the Brazilian striker, Andrew Ferguson from Brighton, Diego Lima from Flamengo, Silvio Vernoga from the Croatian Dinamo Zagreb, and Massimo Gentili from Fiorentina. On the other side, they sold let's see, Victor Lindelof was sold to Tottenham. So Tottenham continue to pick up players that are now of age, but probably still have a lot to offer. Let's see, next season, Youssouf Condé from Marseille, Remy Vidal from Atletico Madrid, then Noam Grant. Noam Grant, who was the key player in the previous part. Remember, you can check the previous parts of this experiment in my channel. I am also going to leave links in the description if you would like to do so. Noam Grant was the key player, and now apparently Jose Mourinho from Paris Saint-Germain has decided that he wants him as well, and he paid a staggering 112 million pound transfer fee. Ruben Neves has been sold out to Chelsea, and the rest are loans. Let's see, in the last season, nobody has been purchased. And in the outgoing part, we see Louis Alsop, another region, I imagine. Declan Driscoll sold to Leicester for 84 million pounds. This is very surprisingly huge transfer fee. Moving to the Premier League, and the last season that we left off was season 26-27. Manchester United were crowned champions. Let's see what happened in the next year. They were champions again, 95 points, 4 more than Manchester City and Tottenham, who were on par on points, but Manchester City had a better goal difference. So Tottenham are really performing very well with all those transfers of now, I would say, older players. In the next season, Manchester United are champions once more, 96 points above Chelsea, who ended with 92. Manchester City and Arsenal complete the top four, Tottenham dropping out of it in fifth place. And in the final season so far, Manchester United are champions one more time with 99 points. And here we see Manchester City, Southampton, and Tottenham completing the top four. Southampton managing to qualify for the Champions League. This is tremendous stuff. I'm really wondering, did they buy a lot of people? Let's see. Last season, 23 millions of transfers. Season before, 41 millions, 54 millions, and they sold for 172. So all we know, they continue to do the same kind of business as usual. In reality, they buy players, they develop them, and then they sell them. Over here, we can see that year 24-25, they bought a lot more than they sold. But other than that, there were no real surprises there. So very good performance from Southampton. I'm very surprised to see that. And you can see here that Manchester United have been champions in the last 6 seasons in a row. And if we go back, that's 7, this is 8, 9 titles from the beginning of this experiment. So 9 titles, only Chelsea managed to break their spell once, Arsenal once, and Manchester City 2 times. Very impressive from Carlo Ancelotti, I must say. Before I switch to Paris Saint-Germain, let's also have a look at the cup competitions in England. First off, let's start with FA Cup. In the FA Cup, who were champions in the last 3 competitions? Manchester City twice and Liverpool in season 28-29. So Manchester United did not manage to win that competition in the last 3 years. In the League Cup, defending champions were Southampton. This was visible already. Let's see. Southampton won 2 out of the 3 last competitions with Arsenal in the middle. So Southampton are really pushing above their weight in this simulation. It's very impressive stuff from them, and I must say I really enjoy when I see such a event where a team that is not considered one of the favorites actually manages to break through at the summit of the table and challenges with the big teams. Now, switching our attention to Paris Saint-Germain, José Mourinho is still the head coach here, and the key player is Noam Grant, the same Noam Grant that was the key player of Manchester United in year 2027. Right now is the key player for Paris Saint-Germain, and he's looking impressive as ever, the left midfielder. Let's have a look at the tactics screen. Jose Mourinho has reverted to a classic 4-4-2 formation with Dybala. He's still playing. Dybala is still an active player at 36 years of age, and he is still the starter for Paris Saint-Germain. You can see that he made 44 appearances in this last season, scoring 21 goals, assisting for 14 with an average rating of 7.5. This is just incredible for a 36-year-old player. I must say that I'm very impressed. Let's have a look from the very beginning. He was bought in the second season of Jose Mourinho's reign at PSG, and you can see that his average rating is just phenomenal. Going back to PSG tactic screen, Malcolm is also still an active player, and he's playing here on the right wing. He's 33 years of age, and he's also very good performer apparently. Let's see the history. Very impressive stats from him. I must say also that this is surprising me. I did not expect Malcolm to keep such high stats during his time. Who is that other striker here? Luis Bilbao, a Spanish player, a Spanish striker that they bought from Athletic Bilbao. No, they bought him from Chelsea, but Chelsea bought him from Athletic Bilbao. So this is quite funny that Luis Bilbao comes from Athletic Bilbao, but I guess Sports Interactive have included some humor in the game as well. So Luis Bilbao, a very capable striker, now partnering Paulo Dybala in the front striking force of PSG. Let's see now how did PSG performed in the French league, Ligue 1. So in the last year, in part 3, Monaco were crowned champions after they managed to overthrow PSG and their dominance in the previous years. Let's see what happened afterwards. PSG reclaimed the title with only 1 point above second place Monaco, and third place Marseille is with 101 points. This was quite the season. You can see 105, 104, 101. Incredible stuff here. Marseille are probably also purchasing a lot of good players, and they are really trying to catch up with the two giants here. Next season, PSG champions again, 107 points, Monaco 104. This time Marseille is dropping a bit from the pack. And in the last season, Monaco were crowned champions again with a staggering 110 points, only 2 draws, no losses. You can see that they drew with Lille and Metz, which means that they managed to defeat PSG twice. And these are the only 2 losses that Paris Saint-Germain recorded in this season. This is very interesting stuff. Let's see, in Monaco, they're still led by Leonardo Jardim, so Leonardo Jardim is doing quite the impressive job here. Let's quickly have a look at their transfer history and see how much are they spending. 42 in the last season. Sorry, this is not the last season. Let me go here to the last season. 102 million for Enrico Chiorazo. This is another regen, an Italian defender, a central defender that they purchased from Arsenal. Let's see, in the season before, they spent 127 million, then before that 114. So they're really spending a lot of money, and this is the reason why they have managed to keep up with PSG at the top of the French League 1. Now let's also have a look at the cup competitions in France and who is winning those. We can see that Coupe de France is won by Marseille in the last season, and before that Monaco winning 4 years in a row. So PSG have not managed to win the Coupe de France in 5 years. The last time they did it was season 24-25. And let's also see Coupe de la Ligue. What is happening here? Monaco are the current winners of that trophy. No, apologies. Nantes are the current winners and holders of the trophy. The previous year, PSG won it, and Monaco in the first year of this last period that we are currently reviewing. So very interesting that Nantes has managed to battle it with the big guys. Let's see where are Nantes in the French Championship. I would be very surprised to see if they're lower than. Okay, so they're in fifth place, still qualifying for European competitions. This time to the Europa League. So very good for Nantes. Switching my attention to the European competitions, and we start as usual with the Europa League. The last time we left off, Liverpool were champions of that competition. Next year, Fiorentina, the Italian Fiorentina from Florence, they have managed to defeat Tottenham in the final. Previously, they eliminated Napoli on away goals in the semis. The French Saint-Etienne in the quarterfinals, and another French team, Bordeaux, in the second knockout round. Let's see the next season. Spanish final, all Spanish final. Villarreal managed to defeat Valencia in the final 2-1. Villarreal qualified after defeating Roma, Saint-Etienne, and Athletic Bilbao on their way to their first European title, I think. Then in the last season, Tottenham were champions of the Europa League after beating Dortmund in the final. Tottenham also defeated Nantes in the semi-final, PSV Eindhoven, and Roma in the second knockout round. Moving up to the Champions League, the last time out, PSG were champions, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they were finalists 4 years in a row, winning 3 of those. So very impressive stuff from José Mourinho's PSG. Next season, they were champions once more. So this is 4 Champions League titles in a row. This time they defeated Borussia Dortmund in the final. Before that, they crushed Bayern Munich 5-0 on aggregate in the semi-finals. Manchester City 2-1 in the quarters, and the Spanish Sevilla in the first knockout round. Next year, Monaco were champions of Europe after defeating Carlo Ancelotti's Manchester United. Monaco managed to beat them 1-0 in the final. Before that, they eliminated Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain with José Mourinho in the quarterfinals, and Barcelona in the first knockout round. On the other side, Manchester United defeated French Marseille, Atletico Madrid, and Juventus on their way to this Champions League final. Last year, Monaco champions of Europe for the second consecutive time, 1-0 against Real Madrid in the final. Monaco also defeated French compatriots Olympique Lyon in the semis, another French team, Olympique Marseille, in the quarterfinal, and the Spanish Sevilla in the first knockout round. So apparently, in this experiment, the French league with José Mourinho at the helm of PSG is really pushing above their weight, and they are really dominating Europe, both PSG, Monaco, and we can see that Marseille and Lyon are also qualifying for the later stages of the European competitions, which means that probably Jose Mourinho added a lot of quality to the league, and so this is also pushing the other teams to not fall behind. Let's look at the Ballon d'Or awards. You can see that Joel Fielding from Manchester United is currently the winner. He's 25 years old, a midfielder, and he won that award in 2025 as well when he was only 21. So this is his second time. Let's see, Daniel Issa from Bayern Munich won it 2027, and Thomas Lemar from Monaco, who is now 33 years old, has won it another time. This is his third in his career in this game. Previously, he won it when he was considerably younger. So very impressive stuff from Thomas Lemar indeed. Just quickly switching to his career stats, you can see that his average rating is also very, very high. So he is very similar to Paulo Dybala in that sense, and they're both performing phenomenally in this experiment. With that, I think I can complete this part 4 of our experiment, and I am going to continue this experiment until Ancelotti and Mourinho are sacked or they retire. Of course, they can also leave their teams. This is going to be another thing that is going to make me stop the experiment. But until that time, I am going to continue, and I'm going to keep incrementing 3 more years and then reviewing what happened in the meantime. Thank you everybody for watching this video. If you haven't seen the previous part of the experiment, check out my channel or the description below. I will leave links to them. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe or follow my channel if you haven't already. That way you can ensure that you receive notifications for and when I upload new videos. In the meantime, you can also see my social media. It's all listed in the description. Let me know what do you guys think about this experiment and what would you like to see in the future. I would love to hear more from you in the comments. And once again, thank you for watching. Until the next time, bye.